boys can't keep getting away with this because just when you think you've seen the most shocking scene in the entire franchise, they say, haha, here go 2 more for you. There was multiple times when I was just like, ugh. Not only did we get Spider-Man and Batman in this episode, but we also got a Diddy party. This episode really had it all. Crazy cameos, crazy reveals, a crazy cliffhanger, that twist, and me and you, we gotta talk about it. I am gonna be recapping the entire episode, so if you're not trying to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, but come back after because I do want to hear your thoughts. This episode picks up with Billy Butcher talking to himself like all 9 Randy Orton and telling Samir, you got 1 week to make that virus. Huey and his mom and the boys spread his father's ashes on a Made in Manhattan tour just like he would have wanted. And Kimiko tries to go visit Frenchie, who turned himself in, but he's not taking any visitors, and that really broke her heart. Meanwhile, Cameron Coleman went on sabbatical because the news never lies. We cut to A-Train talking to MM about what happened to Cameron Coleman, how he's worried for his life. I mean, he ran all the way to Toronto just to have this conversation. Turns out Tech Knight's having a Diddy party with the top 1%, and they need a way to get in, which is when we get Spider-Man, or the boys' version of Spider-Man, Webweaver. It turns out he's a druggie who's giving the boys some information in the past. So MM goes to visit him to give him the old Bill Cosby treatment. And you already know the boys' universe is gonna have fun with the Spider-Man-like character. Because he's got organic webs like Toby's Spider-Man. We know they come out of Toby's wrist, but take one guess where Webweaver's comes out of. I'll tell you who knows, MM. Why he always got white shit on his face? But the plan is for Huey to dress up as Webweaver and sneak into the Diddy party. Speaking of, I love how many Batman references we get in this episode because Tech Knight really is like Iron Man and Batman put together. Much like Bruce Wayne, we find out that Tech Knight's money is actually generational wealth in the slave business. He looked A-Train dead in the face when he said it too. That's crazy. Look at A-Train. I also like this little joke he makes about how he captures prisoners, rehabilitates them, and then captures them again because they get out. That's Batman. Huey dresses up as Webweaver and Starlight's concerned because of everything he's been going through with his dad. And to be honest, Huey Campbell need to get his ass on the court. The Warriors need help. Huey infiltrates a Diddy party, sets up some bugs. But Tech Knight is very excited to see him. Meanwhile, Sage and Homelander tell Victoria their plan about staging a coup and trying to get everyone in this room support. Oh yeah, and Homelander knows that Stan Edgar got out. Meanwhile, Tech Knight shows Huey the Bat Cave, the Tech Cave, and yeah, it's a Diddy party for sure. I can't even show half the shit that's in here. His poor butler. But Tech Knight wants Webweaver to be his new sidekick because the last one wasn't that loyal and he's stuck down in the cave. Back with the deep and fake noir, bros had it up to here. They're at the kids' table. He's a peacock, you gotta let him fly. They have a nice little heart-to-heart about how violence is the answer. Butcher starts hallucinating Becca, who's that angel on his shoulder, telling him, listen, this is not you. Do the right thing. If you try to kill Homelander, you're just gonna create another Homelander in Ryan. The boys infiltrate the Diddy party because Huey's signal went out when he went into the cave. Victoria Newman literally blows up her own head in her imagination because she can't believe how stupid these people she's having conversations are. And they're the ones running the government. And we get a little bit of Sage lore when she tells her that she hates these people. She tells a story about how when she was a young girl, she created a cure to save her grandmother, but couldn't get approval from people like this because they wouldn't listen to a little girl. There's only one way for women like them to get what they want. One hand in their pocket, one hand slashing their throat. It's called motherfucking board. Firecracker tries to join the conversation, but just look at Homelander's face. They all think she's a fucking dumbass. Listen, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to know what happens to this cake. Let's just say Huey's cake makes contact with this cake and he farts on it. No, that's actually what happens. While Tech Knight is like feeling himself, and then Ashley joins in on the fun. While Butcher gets that devil on his shoulder telling him that he needs to do this. Yeah, Ashley, let's just say she got that dog in her. She just had asparagus, is crazy. Starlight accidentally runs into Firecracker, and Firecracker starts getting Vietnam flashbacks. Starlight actually tries to apologize, but Firecracker ain't hearing it. So she hits her with that Bill Cosby, night night. Tech Knight starts getting suspicious and asks Huey for the safe word, but he don't know it. Takes the mask off, and when he realizes it's Huey, like, this is great. I can get points with Homelander, while also doing what he does best, filling holes. Hey, yo! I mean, just look at my dog's face. This was his favorite hero growing up. This is like Batman trying to give you, let me stop. MM and Kimiko find the entrance to the cave, but Sage is there. She knows a lot about MM's daughter. He freaks out and shoots her in the head, but of course she's not gonna die because her brain regenerates. But MM fucking has like a heart attack. So Kimiko gets A-Train's help to take him to a hospital, while Kimiko and Starlight arrive in the cave just in the nick of time. Bro, Kimiko hit Tech Knight with that full horizontal kick. I was like, God! Then we get my favorite little scene in the entire episode. A-Train takes MM to the hospital, and there's a little kid there who witnesses this and then just starts to smile slowly. Then A-Train starts to smile because he realizes he likes actually being a hero. Please don't kill him! That A-Train character development is going crazy. Plus 1,000 aura. But as they're about to present their plan to stage the coup, turns out Sage has gone cuckoo because her brain is still healing, so she's a dumbass. And Susan Hayward is just killing it. She's funny as hell. Homelander ends up fumbling in front of everybody, but luckily Victoria Newman saves his ass and is also officially aboard the Sage and Homelander team. But Homelander, he didn't like that. Not one bit. Because now he feels useless again. And it's got to be one of the funniest scenes in the entire show. They start blackmailing Tech Knight by forcing him to donate his money to charitable organization. And he doesn't crack until they mention Black Lives Matter. And then he goes fucking crazy. He's like, no! And he gives them everything they want. That's crazy. I mean, look at my dog's face. And then his butler comes in to finish the job on Tech Knight. Thank God, because I thought we were about to get a Sam Jackson and Django situation. But nah, he fucking hated him growing up. And then he tells Huey that the safe word was Zendaya. Nah, that's crazy. Because Tom Holland is Spider-Man. He dates Zendaya, duh. Turns out MM got to take a chill pill. Kimiko goes back to visit Frenchie even though he doesn't want to visit her because she has nowhere else to go. And then Firecracker pulls up on Homelander saying, look, I'm not the dumbass you all think I am. I know we still got a leak we gotta plug. And Homelander's like, how do I know you're not the fucking leak? I mean, she is a leak, just not in the way you think. She fucking squirts breast milk into his face, talking about how she did this for him to create loyalty between them. And she starts breastfeeding my dog with the American flag. Like, this is crazy. Huey finally breaks down to Starlight and is like, I'm not okay. Which is when we get the crazy reveal that if they make a virus strong enough to kill Homelander, it's gonna go airborne and it's gonna kill every single soup alive. I was right! And then Joe Kessler acknowledges Beck, which means finally the twist reveal. This is the devil and Angel angel on his shoulder. Kind of obvious. I feel like a lot of us called this by like episode 2, but turns out Joe Kessler is someone that Billy Butcher could not save. He just left him there to die. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait for these last 2 episodes because they're about to be explosive and diabolical.